Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Kyle and I make reactions to movies and TV shows. Say it with me now. Da-da. Alright, back into Penny Dreadful, this time season 1, episode 3. And we're coming off of like a what the fudge moment from the last episode. Frankenstein apparently did this before and he killed Proteus, and oh my god, Proteus was just he was like one of those cinnamon rolls that was just too precious. And it's like, seriously, y'all, I cannot imagine that I'm going to like whoever this first creation is. I can't imagine. They're clearly a horrible person. I mean, you could have just popped in and said, "Hey, Dad." You didn't have to rip Proteus apart. I'm not over it, guys. I'm not over it. And I know we have 3 seasons to go, so Proteus, I was ramping up for him to be there for all 3 seasons, and now it's just like he's gone in the first 2 episodes. And I remember seeing a comment that said they forgot that Proteus was even a thing. So I guess there's not going to be a whole lot of mention of him. Yay, why? He was so sweet. He was so innocent. I don't know. I don't know. I'm very interested in what's going on with Brona, this Brona character. She is suddenly very front and center, although granted we're only on episode 2, but she was suddenly very front and center. And I'm like, what's going on there? And also it's Billie Piper. I love Billie Piper. Whether it's in this, whether it's in Secret Diaries of a Call Girl, whether it's in Doctor Who, I love that woman. She is amazing. And yeah, all of the characters are very interesting. And I love that it's so tied to classical literature. So let's jump in. Let's see who I will say this. I like Brona so far because of her relationship to Billie Piper. I refuse to get attached to this character. Once burned, twice shy. They took Proteus away from, or is it twice shy, once burned? I don't know. They took Proteus away from me in a horrible, gruesome manner. This show is literally called Penny Dreadful, and I get the sense that none of these characters get happy endings. So I like Brona, but I refuse to get attached. No. If you want to full version will be in the description. And let's get to some dreadful things. I would skip the intro, but then it screws with the timestamp, so I'm just going to go through it. It's very pretty. I have since realized that these intro pieces are very important to the characters. I just don't know entirely how yet. Obviously you guys can't tell me, but I think that Vanessa is the main character. There's obviously a whole bunch of characters, but I think that Vanessa is kind of the main. Now we have vampires, and from what I can tell, there's a werewolf in this intro, that growl. So I'm wondering if we are going to get a werewolf at some point as one of Dracula's henchmen people. First we were skip intro, now we have Proteus.
We must seek their family.
Jungle, I am crying. I am so afraid, Father. Save me.
That scene was just no, Young Frankenstein?
There was a time when meadow, grove, and stream. It is not now as it hath been of yore. Turn wheresoe'er I may.
Oh dear.
When the poets write of death, it's invariably serene.
Is he sick?
This ending of things.
Is it an ending?
He's got the under eye stuff going on. Movement. Did he die? Did he somehow bring himself back to life? Is that where we're headed? He was his first resurrection. I don't know.
'Tis just thee and me now.
Ourselves alone.
Oh. Oh my god! I was going to say tuberculosis, but mother of heaven, no. What is it? Some kind of hemorrhagic fever? Jesus Christ. Oh, maybe it was tuberculosis. And just very dramatic.
I'm aware, Victor.
Death is not serene.
Did you think I wouldn't find you? Did you imagine that I was dead?
Yeah. How did they split up, I wonder? Did he abandon him, or did he actually try to kill him?
Stand and face me! Is the language not rich with felicity of expression?
You really passed on your love for poetry to him.
That it was a difficult birth, there can be no doubt.
Oh, nothing like Proteus, then.
Surely this was not the protean man you had envisioned. And so you fled.
Oh, that was it?
I waited, but you did not return. Has there ever been a creature so alone? So was every newborn creature abandoned the moment they were born?
I'm not going to feel sorry for you, dude. Not after what you did to Proteus. I'm not going to feel sorry for this guy. It's unfortunate that he went through this. It's unfortunate that Frankenstein is a jackass and left him behind, but that doesn't mean you get to go around killing perfectly innocent people.
There was no doubt in my mind that I was an animal. How could there be a doubt? I am modernity personified.
You are someone who likes the sound of their own voice.
Were you really so naive to imagine that we'd see eternity in a daffodil? You ran from me once.
You gonna kill him?
Never again. How could you do that? That you bore me for nothing but pain.
Anywho, we're done with that. Okay. Yep, we definitely got some hallucinations happening here.
Help me.
Where are you?
Save me.
I love her dress. Is that like traditional style? Anyone know anything about period clothing? Was that a dress that someone in this era would have wore?
I need to talk to you.
Dear Lord, Proteus is just laying there.
Do you want to hear the rest of our story?
No.
Watch it! And so it was I learned mankind's capacity for hatred.
Yeah, we can be brutal.
What in the name of all the tender mercies happened to you?
Set booze.
Well, yes, not the finest protocol in creation, I grant. I know what it is to have no prospects. I've suffered the pains of whoremaster fate beyond human endurance.
He's an actor, I think.
The immortal. That was my stock in trade. Do you need work? There is a place where the malformed find grace.
Are we talking about like a freak show?
Where strangeness is not shunned. This place is the theater. We are in rehearsals presently for a new offering. The old penny dreadful Sweeney Todd.
So is Penny Dreadful, is that a type of... That's a type of... theatric? Story?
You shall be our new stage rat, responsible for the machinery and rigging. Given my total self-absorption, I never asked your name.
Oh my. Really? This into it and you haven't figured out what his name is. Oh, he doesn't have one.
You shall have a nom de théâtre. You shall be Caliban.
Still don't like him. Oh no, are we gonna get like incel behavior where he finds a girl that he can't have because, you know, he looks how he is?
Could there have been a more appropriate place for me? I was not welcomed by all. How could this face, this form, fit with ease? And then I followed you. And I waited. Did you not feel my gravitational pull, my inexorableness?
Oh my God.
Of me?
My inexorableness. Jesus Christ, this guy really loves himself.
I'm sorry I left you. I cannot unmake the past.
I'll show you what I want.
It's gonna be a girlfriend, isn't it? He's gonna want someone else of his own kind. Oh, hello. You two have gotten close. Oh, Brona. Those eyes. I do believe the boy is falling in love. Much more passionate than what was with Dorian Gray. Something tells me Brona isn't the falling in love type. She seems very, very independent. And also very, very guarded. I don't think she would allow herself to get into a position where she could be hurt like that. But also, only going on one episode, so who knows?
Mr. Chandler is here.
They're both very shocked.
I'll not waste your time. I'm looking for money.
Well, I must say your timing couldn't be more fortuitous.
Whatever it is, yes.
Miss Ives will explain the details.
Whatever it is. Are you really sure you should do that with these guys?
What we're planning is,
What happened to Mina?
she was working as a governess and became engaged to a Mr. Jonathan Harker.
Oh.
Became embroiled with another man, but not entirely a man.
Dracula.
Something. And now she has become his slave, hovering between our world.
But you think you know where she is?
We might.
You gave him a name.
He picked it himself. He was called Proteus. What do you want from me, demon?
So now I have a name.
And yes, you will not look at me.
What do you want from me?
In this life, there are hungers that compel us.
Oh no. Uh-huh. Okay. Love. Love. It's gonna be
One
love.
instance, Titanic.
Companionship.
Top marks.
Wouldn't that require him to kill someone?
I think a companion. Take your pick.
Was Frankenstein killing people? I assumed he was grave robbing.
A woman. Like myself.
Okay. I'm gonna make some guesses here. So I was right that he wants someone who he loves, right? Because there was that shot where he was like looking down from the balcony on one of the actresses, and it just, like, I kind of felt like this might be where they're going with it. But yeah, it was always my assumption that Frankenstein wasn't killing anyone. He was just, I don't know, grave robbing. He was working as a mortician, I guess would be the word, right? When we first met him, he was autopsying people, it looked like. So not entirely sure, like, he was killing anyone. Although I think we can be very, clear that this, like, firstborn, I can't remember what his name is. They said it. Caspin? This firstborn dude, evil dude, I'm pretty sure he has no problems with killing. One thing I think that maybe his character seems incredibly self-involved. Like, even his backstory, it plays up on the tragedy of it. And, like, I just want to be like, oh, poor boo-hoo you, right? Like, is it a tragic backstory? Yes, but he's kind of using it as, like, an excuse for his behavior. like, it doesn't sound like he really learned anything from it. He's more so telling it as though it shaped him into what he is, rather than, like, when most tragic backstories are told, they're told in a sense of adversary. So, like, it's something for you to overcome, it's something for you to move past, and he's retelling it almost as though it's like it was inevitable, it had to happen, and he's happy with who he is. I don't know, I just don't like him, but he's really self-involved, so I don't think he's contemplating that whoever this person Frankenstein makes doesn't necessarily need to like him. Like, I don't know if maybe he has it in his head that, and I should say that, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so one, I think for the sake of the story, whoever they're going to make into his partner isn't going to like him. And I think they're not going to like him because they're going to hate him because he will essentially be the reason that they are the way they are, right? Like, if Frankenstein kills someone in order to make them a partner for him, then he essentially becomes culpable for them being why they are that way and having to possibly leave their entire life behind. And I don't know, I think Frankenstein is kind of betting on the fact that, oh, well, if she's like me, then she'll obviously love me because she'll be the only other person like me. Or maybe it's some weird, like, sorry, or maybe it's like some weird Stockholm syndrome that he's hoping for, where she'll have no choice because she is... Oh no. Oh no. There are two, right? Three, I guess, if you count Mina. But so far there are two female characters in this show. They ain't about to kill Miss Vanessa. Is Frankenstein gonna kill Brona? Because now I'm thinking like how I said just like 2 seconds ago when Brona and Chandler were doing the dirty, how it doesn't really feel like Brona would ever want to be in a relationship. Okay. Oh God, I hope I'm wrong.
You have not known horror until I have shown it to you.
Whatever happens tonight with Miss Ives, let it unfold. Let's carry on then.
Creatures of the Night? God, is Victor gonna kill Miss Ives? I guess being undead would be a step up in her powers.
Is she here?
What haven't you told me?
Don't fire. Don't move.
Maybe they're not supernatural. Maybe they're just a hunting pack.
Miss Ives, do not turn your head.
Oh. Just walking right by. See, maybe it's not supernatural. They could just be hunting the bunnies at the zoo. Is he a werewolf? See, I had the whole like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde thing before, but this, along with, like I said, the intro, there's a werewolf in the intro. I think he's a werewolf. Maybe that explains like his legal troubles in the US. And maybe that's the thing that attacked the girl in the first episode. Because he was also, oh, this is all making sense now. Because he was also like at the crime scene afterwards and he looked all kinds of guilty, guys. Well, Oh, no, that's not okay. Yeah, that's one of the little people they found in the first episode.
No, Mr. Chandler. Forbear.
We have questions. Questions that need answers.
Sir Malcolm requires you. What's your name?
This might be fascinating to Victor. This is also an undead creature.
Her name is Vanessa.
Tell me of your master.
Ew! Boy, that's nasty.
Right behind you. Don't you feel him in the dark? On the back of your neck? Do you not feel it? We soon will. The hidden ones will emerge and rule.
Do you know the name Nina?
I know the name Vanessa.
Where is your master? Hold on.
Well, you beat me, Mother.
Where is your master?
Everywhere.
Oh. I'm late to the party.
Even if it means beating him to death.
Suddenly sentimental about bloodletting, Mr. Chandler?
Maybe I don't take to torturing children.
If you seek a cure, you'll need a subject for experimentation.
A cure for what?
Dengue fever or one of the other rare blood disorders. Perhaps transfusion. It may be a way to treat your daughter if she is similarly afflicted.
You've got a kid chained up in your basement and you're talking about experimenting on him like he's some kind of rat.
Then leave this house. There is no going back from this moment.
It's not for the weak or the kind. No one in this room is kind. Swear it now. Give your assent, Mr. Chandler. Or leave this company and its mysteries behind.
Tonight in the zoo. Nina was not there.
I think it's possible the creature we seek doesn't want her. He wants you.
So I was bait.
He lying.
I took a room at the Mariners Inn on the other side of the river.
Why there of all places?
A girl.
What's her name?
There is one thing you need to consider. When you transform a life, you're making it anew. Whatever happens to that creature downstairs, we are responsible for it.
I am here. Master.
Okay, and that was my reaction to Penny Dreadful Season 1, Episode 3. And we got a lot of stuff moving forward. We learned a heck of a lot about the first creation that Frankenstein had. We never really revisited his name again, so I am not entirely sure what his name is, but I'm just going to keep calling him the first creation. While I don't particularly like him, I am glad that they kind of got a lot of that out of the way. It's not like something that they're piecing out to us little by little, which makes me think that like the story is pretty much like it's going to move on, it's going to move forward. We're not going to see a lot of flashbacks to this first creation's life anymore. Or maybe we will, but I got the sense that we won't, that we're definitely moving towards the future. I think that he even said at one point in the show, in this episode, that he's not concerned with the past, he's concerned with the future, which is incredibly ironic given the fact that he was retelling all these past events. But nonetheless, my working theories are that he's going to kill Brona or Vanessa. I think it's going to be Brona because I think that Vanessa has too many roots in the other stories. So I think it's going to be Brona. Brona is kind of... So first of all, she's kind of like the only non-supernatural entity left now. I mean, there's Chandler, but I'm pretty sure he's a werewolf. So, I mean, Victor isn't supernatural, but he's related. He created a supernatural being, so that kind of makes him supernatural adjacent in my mind. And the same thing goes with... what's his name? Can't remember. Okay, there's Vanessa, there's Chandler, there's Brona, there's Frankenstein, and there is Mina's dad. I can't remember his name. I also consider him kind of supernatural adjacent, whereas Brona, her storyline is completely connected to Chandler, and Chandler is keeping her like out of the loop, which is what makes me think the thing that brings her into the loop is going to be Frankenstein kills her, or the first dude kills her and demands Frankenstein bring her back to life. And I think that's gonna just end horribly. I think it's gonna end horribly. We got zero, nada, zip, zilch of Dorian Gray in this episode. Not sure where he is, not sure what he's up to. I guess he's also kind of connected to Brona, so maybe that kind of blows my theory that she's not like supernatural adjacent, because he seemed to be really into her when he was doing her portrait or picture taking thing. So maybe they will bring in a new character. My guess for Brona is just based off the fact that we already have so many characters and Vanessa and Brona are the only two women. So that's where my guess for that is really driving from. I guess they could possibly bring in a new character, and maybe we will or won't notice, because like Gray was missing from this entire episode, and I mean, although I notice it now in the recap, like I didn't necessarily miss him. So I think if, you know, he's in the next episode and they cut out Ethan Chandler, or they cut out Vanessa Ives or Frankenstein and follow a path down Dorian Gray's history, that'd be cool. So I don't know, spitting in the dark. Mina's dad definitely lied to Vanessa that he doesn't know like what the purpose of this creature trying to find her is. I think that's going to come back to bite him in the butt. And yeah, that's really all I took away from the episode. It was good. I really liked how it pushed things forward. I just don't like this first creation dude guy. Like I said, the way he talks, he seems like an ass, like just an overall prick, general ass. So if he is like a fan favorite of the show as it moves forward, I apologize for what I'm saying now. Maybe I'll come to like him. Maybe he'll grow on me. I don't know. Anywho, like if you want to like, full version will be in the description. You can stop dreading things now, and I'll see you later. Peace.